Wake up. It's the Flow Show Filter Taco today. Everybody, don't do me like this, internet. Another crazy show today. But let me cover my ass. No. Diddy, the thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Well, we got RX in the building. Thank you so much. RX says good morning, Flo and fam. Hope everybody doing well. Angie, one of our Angies, the Angie says, I missed you all yesterday. Black Rose say, morning, Flow Show fam. And can we get one more in here? Good morning, everyone. To Denise says, good morning, everybody. Let's get it rolling. How's everybody's Tuesday? How's everybody's Monday? Quick update. Good. Oh, Danae, okay. Before I move too quick, we gotta take a little roll call. Grandma Kathy says, good early 5:30 a.m. morning. And Danae says, good morning, Flo. Wake and Bake and Coffee Crew. Happy Taco Tuesday. Yes. What's your favorite? Matter of fact, before we get into it, what's your favorite tacos? Morning, what up, chat? D. Judah, what up? Put some of y'all favorite tacos in the chat before we get started today. Sherry says, good morning. Good morning. I miss you guys. I'll probably only be able to be here for a half hour. I'm in the hospital waiting to have my sling surgery. If you can give prayers up, thank you. Everybody in the chat, we need some prayers for Sheree. She getting her sling. She having her sling surgery. If I'm reading that correctly, let's get some prayers for Sheree. Sheree, everything's going to be fine. You know how we do. You know, we got some powerful prayers in the Flow community. Put the prayer hands in the chat. Matter of fact, if you're listening on Apple and Spotify, put your hands together in prayer promotion for one of our community members who is having surgery today. We've been doing good. Everybody who has surgery, everything has been going well. Let's keep that rolling. Soft taco with sour cream and avocado. Okay, but what kind of taco, Grandma? Beef, ground beef, chicken, steak. What we talking about? What we doing here? Man, a lot of stuff going on, but maybe while my phone is good. Oh no, I could do it anyway. Beef. Okay. Grandma Kathy said beef. All right, beef soft taco with sour cream and avocado. I might have to try that. I don't know if I had. Is avocado and guacamole two different things? Is avocado and guac two different things? Let me know, because I like guacamole. I don't know if I've ever had avocado in my taco, or I don't know if I had avocado. Oh, it's the same thing. All right, there it is. I was wondering. All right, so yeah. That's my favorite taco too, Grandma. Okay, I just learned something new. Y'all know I'm the news guy. I didn't know. I had a feeling avocado and guac was like the same, but had to make sure. I didn't want to say some wrong shit. But yeah. So me and Grandma Kathy had the same favorite taco. I like a ground beef taco, but for some reason, I'm starting to appreciate hard tacos the older I get. When I was younger, it had to be soft tacos. But the older I get, I'm starting to appreciate hard tacos a little more. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm liking the crunch. The older I get, I don't know what the hell it is, but soft, and then some maybe times double decker. Let's just say that I like soft and hard put together. Let's see what else we got in here. We got a guac is made. Avocado is one of the many ingredients. So avocado is like major ingredients in there. So how's everybody's Monday? T Tuck, what's up? Good. T Tuck says good morning, Flo, and make sure y'all like y'all entity. And thank you, huh? This Wi-Fi, I swear I just want to do something today. I've been having good luck with this Wi-Fi. Please don't come at me today. So let's see today's show. First of all, let's go over this madness with we gonna talk a little bit about Ray J saying some wild Diddy shit. The prosecution, that guy, those sex workers are claiming that the prosecution silenced him. Probably go over that a little bit just to see, more reasons why just that trial just was a shit show when you look back. And then Rob Reiner, Rob Reiner's situation is very crazy, to say the least. I don't know what to believe. I'm still digging. I'm going to bring all the necessary theories to the table. A couple of them today, and then as I dig, I'll bring more. And usually my process is I dig and explore different theories. And after a few days, I'll kind of have my own theory. But his Rob Reiner situation, his unaliving or whatever, it's very crazy. Black Rose said they're getting hungry, y'all. We making people hungry with this taco talk. Yeah, and so that's what we talk about. Just to get, hey, look, let's get the Ray J shit out the way. It's like with Ray J, 9 times out of 10, he's looking for clout. And let's bring everybody abreast of what the hell going on. Okay, so yesterday on live, Ray J was in the background, talking about he was in his girlfriend's background of her life. And he said something kind of crazy. He said that Ray J saying that Diddy took his butt, and he took his butt. I don't even know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. And so he was talking about how it's loose. He was excited. Then after it hit the fan, I seen people trying to say he was making jokes about Little Rod. I don't know if that's true, but like many of you saying, he could be just looking for clout. But I'm sure it's one person who didn't like it, and that would be the Diddler himself. What the hell is that? The Diddler himself would not like that with all this going on. Another person saying that he assaulted them. But like, what's the question hey, look, it's a question that when Ray J comes out speaking too much, there's a question that we always ask. Do anybody know what that question is? That question is, yeah, ain't nobody joking like that. I like to see talk. But the question we really want to know, Ray J, is what happened to Whitney Houston? Hey, what's going on, Anita? Anita says, Grand Rising, Mr. Hair. Yes, it is. I don't know why it's the weather, but the internet, which is supposed to be one of the best ones, is acting funky today, so bear with me, but I think we'll be fine. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Ray J is just looking for clout, but also I don't think he's innocent when it comes to all this hanky panky. So I don't know. Maybe he was looking for. I don't know, man. But that's a hell of a way to be looking for clout. And I don't know if you can just say them crazy things and just get the, just dismiss it by saying I'm looking for clout. It's a little too much clout you looking for. Like you ain't got no other thing. You got nothing else you can say to get some clout besides that Diddy played with your butt. D-Dot says Ray J got hit with the freak off potion. And I liked that, Black Rose, because I was going to get to that. Black Rose said, even if he was, well, she didn't say this, but I'm saying, even if he was making fun of Little Rod, Black Rod says, how dare you make fun of Little Rod? SA is nothing to joke about. But then again, Ray J has no morals and he has kids. Yeah, you don't joke about stuff like that. Fire Glory, what's up? Say what's up to the Breakfast crew. Flow Show fam, the Wake and Bake crew, and everybody else involved, man. Angie says D-Dot, she thought that too. So I don't know, y'all, but all I'm gonna say is, like Black Rose said, first of all, let's deal with every possible outcome. The first outcome, let's talk about the Little Rod. Let's say Ray J was talking about Little Ray J. If that's the case, grow up, Ray J. You in the back of your girlfriend's live joking. If this is what you were doing, joking about a man being sexually assaulted, you have to have better things to do than that. It has to be. You can't be that bored and that stupid. Mr. If I had one wish, Ray J, his one wish would be Diddy to be playing in his little backyard. So if you were talking about Lil Rod, if Ray J was talking about Lil Rod, grow up. Okay. So the next option, he was trolling. Again, I'm gonna say, grow up. If you want to troll because you're looking for views or you want to keep your name in the news, that's your business. I get it, but find some other things to troll about, man. Talking about another Diddy or another man playing with your backyard and laughing and joking about it and it just don't. That's a bad look. So again, to that I say grow up. And to the third and final possibility of what the hell went on, he actually was talking about Diddy banging him out. And if that's the case, go get some help. Go talk to somebody, Ray J. And Diddy, it would be just another shady ass, grimy ass, horrific ass feather in Diddy's proverbial cap. And so we just laid out all three scenarios. Let's take a quick poll. Somebody said Ray J can't sing. Yeah, definitely not. So let's take a poll. Do you think Diddy, put a 1 if you think he was talking about Little Rod? 2 in the chat if you think he was just trolling. And 3 in the chat if you really think him and Diddy been playing butt bongo. So that's, put a 1 in the chat if you think Ray J was talking about Little Rod. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Ray J was just trolling, making it up in general. Or put a 3 in the chat if you think him and Diddy have really been playing butt bongo at the house. Let's see what we got. See a couple 3s. I see one. Who I see it started, the threes starting to pour in. I said, I wouldn't be surprised. People, hey, look, people are saying, you know what? We think Diddy and Ray J been playing around. Renee, yeah, hey, look, I see the votes pouring in. What you think? Okay, so hey, look, the votes are in. They still coming in, but I don't have to wait for all the votes because pretty much everybody's saying they think he was being for real. And I kind of think that too. Like I said, I just know he is known to troll. But to be in the background of somebody's live and say that, and then I didn't hear Little Rod's name. I don't know how it was supposed to be Little Rod. But hey, it is what it is. That was a wild ass moment. Wild ass moment. Ray J needs help. And we also need to know, Ray J, what the hell happened to Whitney Houston? That's what we want to know. Did he play with you? Play with you? You and Diddy had a little horseplay. Okay. But we want to know what happened to Whitney Houston. If you could kind of let us know that, I'm sure me and the rest of the chat and the Flow Show community, Apple, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, man, I'm telling y'all, we are the largest army online. And I'm going to tell you why we are the largest army online. See, I am, and that's somebody else. I don't know if you can name them, but I am the only person in this independent media space that actually has a significant amount of motion and let's just say views and following on every major platform. So just so you can get an idea why our army is just so unstoppable. If you think about it, so you got YouTubers who are big on YouTube, but they're not big nowhere else. You got people who are big on TikTok, but they're not big anywhere else. You have independent media people who are big on Instagram and not big anywhere else, or big on Facebook and not big anywhere else. And then out of all of them, a lot of them don't even have a podcast, so they have zero presence on Apple and Spotify. But when you come to the Flow community, we dominate every platform. That's why we're so big. That's why people can't understand, because they might just know our YouTube community, or they might just know our Instagram community, or our podcast community. They might just know those separate platforms. But they don't realize we are large and in charge on every major platform. And that is on purpose and intentional. So shout out to y'all for supporting. But that's why we the biggest army. They don't realize that. And do your homework. Check out all the other independent journalists. You'll see them big on YouTube, but go look at their Instagram and their Facebook and their TikTok. And then you'll see some big creators on YouTube or on TikTok. Go look at their Instagram and their Facebook. It'll be dead. But our community is large everywhere. So shout out to y'all for that, man, because like I said, it don't happen without y'all. And I'm just giving y'all the facts so y'all can understand. It's not just hyperbole when we say we are the largest and just the most mightiest online community. And I have to thank y'all for that. Good morning, Felicia. Lily, I was wondering what Lily was. Lily says, good luck with surgery, Sherry. We were all wondering where the hell is Lily this morning. What's up, Felicia? What's up, Felicia? Sherry says she's waiting for her Michael Jackson cocktail. I know. If you can give us if you can let us know when you about to leave and have your cocktail, Sherry, that would be great. I don't know if you'll have your phone, but we would like to know when you leave and you're going to proceed to surgery. Anyway, next topic. Man, why is this Clayton guy? He is making some noise. I guess everybody's trying to capitalize off the Diddy story. Victims, sex workers, whatever you want to call them. There was an article that actually C Tuck sent me this article. Shout out to C Tuck, sent me this article last night. Okay, Felicia, good luck at physical therapy. I got a message from C Tuck last night, and I was like, what's this? An article was from Hot New Hip Hop, and it says Diddy victim accuses Maureen Comey of silencing him to protect Cassie. It's like, okay, what is this about? Now, before we get into this, we are going to discuss a little bit later on the Trump, Rob Reiner, just connection that's kind of floating around. I don't know what to think about it, but we definitely are going to talk about it. But we'll get to that in a little bit later. Clayton Howard recently discussed his allegations against Diddy and Cassie during Sean Combs' reckoning. Clayton Howard, who was classified as an alleged victim in Diddy's criminal case, has filed a new motion accusing former Assistant U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey of silencing him when he tried to speak out about Cassie Ventura's alleged role in the Bad Boy mogul's crimes. He says he should have been able to testify in court under the Crime Victims' Rights Act. Assistant Prosecutor Maureen Comey became annoyed when I said I wanted to tell the truth about both of my offenders. Howard wrote in a motion obtained by All Hip Hop. She said I was too traumatized to testify, which I denied. He filed his lawsuit against Cassie earlier this year. Okay, let's stop there. Now, this is the Flow Show No Filter. I'm going to give you my honest, as I read through this article, my honest, what my brain light goes off. Now, Clayton, Mr. Clayton, I need you to put your thinking cap on. Put it on extra tight, because I don't think you've been wearing one lately. Cassie was pretty much the prosecution's star witness. And I'm not standing up for the prosecution. Y'all know I didn't like a lot of things that went on in the trial. I don't like things the prosecution did. I don't like the fact that the jury wasn't sequestered. So I'm not the one just standing up for the prosecution, but I have to keep it real. And in this instance, Clayton, you sound like a fool. And I'm going to tell you why. Cassie was the star witness for the prosecution. And whatever game plan they came up with, this was their star witness. We can all agree to that. Right? Right? Right. Everybody say right. Okay? Why in the hell would they want you testifying against Cassie? Let's just use our brains for a second. Let's not think everybody is against everybody all the time. Like I said, I'm not speaking up for the prosecution because I think they did a lot of things wrong in this case. But on this particular situation, if you say you want to say some shit about Cassie and Diddy, why would the prosecution put you up there? That's like the defense putting somebody on the stand that says, hey, I want to talk shit about Diddy. I want to talk shit about Diddy. I'm going to talk some shit about Cassie, but I want to talk shit about Diddy. Do you think the defense is going to put him on the stand, him or her? Sometimes people just have to like think a little bit, man. Like How does that make sense? Let's continue in this article. Howard claims he put in plenty of effort to get a chance to voice his story in court. He cites having written several unanswered letters and having made a personal trip to the U.S. Attorney's office in Manhattan. I have been patient and persistent, Howard wrote. The government used my cooperation when it served their interests, but now treats me as if I do not exist. He also claimed that Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson denied that he was ever a victim. Okay. Mr. Clay, I hope you got that thinking cap on. Don't take it off. You need it. The government used everybody's cooperation during the trial. And once the trial was over, I'm sure 90% of the people that were on trial, if not 100% of the witnesses or whoever, is not hearing from them if they don't have any value to bring to the case or any further cases. This is much ado about nothing. And that's another point. Angie says maybe his claims aren't believable. There are a lot of options besides acting like someone is just trying to, I don't know, dismiss you. You have lawsuits you can bring forward. You can sue, which you are doing. But I just don't believe there was any reason besides, hey, our job here is done. Your job here is done. We don't want you taking a stand, tearing down Cassie, because that will hurt our case. Bye-bye. Rachel says, "Don't take it off. You need it." Yeah, don't take it off, because he'll think this segment is over. Then he take his thinking off, and we back to square one. Keep it on until the rest of this article. Then you can take it off and go back to saying whatever this wild shit you've been saying, Mr. Clayton. Let's get up here. Awesome. Lindsay says Clayton is insufferable. I like that. Insufferable is always. If you tell somebody they are insufferable, that hits. That's gonna hit. Yeah. Felicia said hey, one of the community members, Felicia. Hey, Felicia. Felicia says he just wanted to be on the big stage and he's mad. Yeah, I agree with you, Felicia. He just wanted to be on the big stage. And he's mad. Now, D. Judah says Cassie was doing the same thing Diddy was doing, so Cassie is not totally innocent. However, there was only one defendant in the court. That's an important caveat, D. Dot. There was one man in court, and that was Diddy. I'm not going to speak on Cassie, but I'm sure 99% of the witnesses did some little illegal thing. Anybody that was wrapped up in Diddy's web of baby oil, anybody who was caught up in Diddy's web of baby oil probably did do some criminal activities. I'm talking about everybody. If you are around a criminal and they're doing criminal acts, 9 times out of 10, you have done some too. But Diddy was the ringleader, which is why he was on trial. So what we feel or what you feel or what anybody feels about anybody else that was involved is pretty much irrelevant and moot. And of course, and to add to that fact, thank you, Felicia, she received immunity. But like I said, I'm talking about everybody who took the stand all the men, everybody who took the stand pretty much did something illegal. And Angie would like to respond to D-Dot. She said, D-Dot, is there any evidence of that? We'll wait on D-Dot's response. Real quick, y'all, Sherry is headed into surgery, breaking news. And I'm sure Sherry will let us know once she come out 100%. She's going to leave surgery better than she went in. And that's what we always say here on the Flow Show. Everybody, much love to Sherry. Be safe and good luck and blessings to you. Our praying hands have done a lot. And I want to continue. Oh, real quick. And since to give the community a little credit, let me update y'all, man. My son is doing very well. King is doing very well. Just want to let y'all know that. We are going to continue to not, get too excited. We just want to take this a day at a time, but King is doing very well. I feel really good. So while we doing the praying hands, and I told you how powerful our praying hands in this community is, I definitely want to give y'all that update. And thank you for all the prayers, the well wishes. You guys are amazing. And I will get King on the show sooner than later. King is that's my dude. Nothing brings more to us than our children. King is my dude, been my dude from the beginning. It's been my right-hand man my whole life. And I will punch somebody to fucking Pluto about my son King, and I don't give a fuck who it is. And I've been like that my whole life, and I ain't changing. I love my son to death. He is an amazing kid. He's always been an amazing kid. And I'm a blessing. It's a blessing for me to have him. It's a blessing for me to have him. And any second that goes by and I don't tell myself that, it's a second that I wasted. So thank you all for the support. Y'all have been amazing. Like I said, y'all got some powerful praying hands. Keep them up. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing everything y'all doing, man. We are really creating something special here. And I love it. Matter of fact, and I like it, and I love it. And everybody saying glad to hear it. King praying hands, so glad to hear it. So glad to hear it. Fire Glory says awesome. Everybody out there on Apple and Spotify, all of y'all, thank you for all of y'all support as well. I'm so proud of him. And one thing about my son, he get it from his dad and his mom. We are going to persevere, and don't worry about us too long. We will rise to the top. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. We are a strong and mighty bunch. We gonna persevere through whatever. We will get through it. What don't make you, what they say, what don't break you, make you. And all the stuff I've been through in my life has made me as strong as I am today. I mean, I'm tough as nails. And I wasn't always. So, what don't break you, make you. I was a shy, timid. I was never scared to fight per se. I always whooped ass, but I still was more timid and shy. I would say words hurt me more when I was a child. That's what I'll say. I was never scared. Like, I always defended myself, and I always had the ability to whoop ass, even when I was tiny. But words did affect me a lot as a kid. And over the years, and as I became an adult, words don't do shit to me at all, literally. And so everybody say Tierra, say King nephew. Lily says, I feel the same when it comes to my son. There you go, Lily. Everybody can feel, hey, look, that's how we are about our children. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Fire Glory. Elise says, Flo, you are a great dad. Thank you. I'm trying to be better and better every day. Renee put the praying hands up. C Tuck says, shout out to King. And thank you all. So we're going to get back to the show. You know, what do I always say? We can't go one full show without having a mushy moment. And guess what? We don't even plan them. That's how authentic and genuine this community is. We don't plan mushy moments every day. They just freaking happen out of nowhere. So here's our mushy moment of the day. So let's puff pass and let's continue on into the show. What do we got next, y'all? Let's get into this. Just Rob Reiner. Okay, so we all know that Rob Reiner and his wife over the weekend were found at their home unalive. Yes. King is definitely officially everybody's nephew in the community. So look out for your boy nephew King. As a matter of fact, I'll definitely will put something together so we can do something for King. Y'all, for all y'all nephew, y'all can put something to the side for him. Christmas, I'll work on that. So y'all can look out for y'all nephew. He would appreciate it. And like I said, he's just a good dude, man. He's just a good dude, just a great dude. So where were we? Y'all got me off, brought up King. Y'all got me off. So, okay, so yeah, Rob Reiner. Found at the hotel, slit throats. Son has been going through mental issues. Their son, I'm drawing a blank here. Is the son named Nick? Nick. Correct me if I'm wrong. The son name is Nick. I'm sorry. I drew a blank real quick. Old. I'm old, y'all. Shit. Give me a break. And as always, this government and this society, I'm not proud of it, but it always has us. We always got to look deeper just in case the story that they're telling us is not true. Now, y'all know this whole mental health situation is very sensitive to me. So I am trying my best to not just, I want to cover the story and give it the respect that it deserves. But also, just because of the world we live in, we have to explore and at least bring attention to what many people are saying. Now, the story has been put out to media that the son did. This was the son is being held. At first, they said it was a $4 million bail, and now I'm hearing that it's no bail for the son, who allegedly they saying is being charged with this. They say that the son was at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, and the son and Rob got into it. They said it was a really nasty fight. And next thing we know, the parents are not here anymore. Now, there are some theories running across online that I can't confirm, but I will let you all know what's going on. I still have a lot of digging and a lot of research to do on this story. I have not caught up yet all the way. But a couple things that are being said. Now, there was they are saying that Rob Reiner was working on, he said it out of his own mouth. I saw the video clip where Rob Reiner said he was working on a documentary about Trump and Putin. Coincidence. And then I don't have it here because my phone has clunked out on me, but there was a lot of people don't like, and from what I read, I think Trump's acknowledgement of Rob Reiner's unaliving or his passing, Trump offered a very backhanded form of condolences. He kind of like talked shit about him and also offered condolences in the same way, which I think is very tacky to say the least. So that is one of the reasons Trump helped ignite this, one of the conspiracy theories, by offering that backhanded condolences that he posted. I don't know if it was, I guess it was on Truth Social, but I saw it on Twitter, well, X, formerly known as Twitter. And by offering such a backhanded condolences message, the people who feel like something crazy, some type of conspiracy, you have people saying, now I say again, this is not me saying it. This is me just letting you know what's out there. You guys feel free to do your own research. I am still doing research on this story. You know, I've been buried in Diddy documentary information. So I'm trying to catch up to what's been going on with this Rob Reiner situation. But it's people that are saying they feel like the son is being framed. Not, like I said, this is just what people are saying, that the son is being framed. They think somebody else did something to silence Rob. I don't know. But sticking with the story as it's being put out, something else has come out. Another thing that has come out with this story that's alarming. They say his son Nick booked a hotel before doing this, or the details are kind of shady. But the main part of this part of the story is that they're saying that Nick had booked a room at a hotel, and after they checked the room, when once he left the room or whatever, there was an enormous amount of blood. I don't know where this blood came from. I don't know the significance of the blood, but to book a room and then there's a lot of blood in there, and then next thing you know, your parents' throats are slit. I don't know if he came back to I got to do some digging, y'all, but this is new information coming out that wasn't told to us originally during the beginning of the story. Felicia said, let's go back to the chat. Felicia says, yeah, Trump don't care where, when, or what. He's going to say what he wants. For sure. We do know that about Trump. Island girl, I didn't know the Island. Miss Island had popped in on us. Good Island says, good morning, everyone. Sorry she's late. She said, even if she's late, everybody sit up straight when she come in. Come on, Island girl, catch up. We've had a lot. We've talked about a lot today so far. You might have to be part of the replay gang. Would you say at least he was going up to people at the party asking them if they were famous? She said Nick was going up to people at the party asking them if they were famous. Yeah, it was just a lot was going on, man. It's just one thing I know. Whatever we know about the story, it's sad. Very sad. And I don't know if Rob making this Trump Putin documentary had anything to do with anything. But he definitely was. I saw the clip. That was just kind of ironic. But nevertheless, it's just a strange and horrific way, man. Desi said, "Don't worry, Island. I'll be replaying the first half too. So don't feel bad, Island. You ain't the only one." Um, definitely. Lost for words on this situation. Now, in fairness, Trump, Rob Reiner spoke out against Trump a lot, said a lot of let's just say mean things about Trump. Some could be true, some could be not. I don't know, but Rob Reiner, I've seen many clips of him saying, his opinion on Trump. He didn't think too highly of Trump. I'll say that just to keep it short and sweet. So, I wouldn't kick a man or give a half-hearted condolence, even with somebody who talks shit about me. Not once they're dead. Once they're dead, nothing. There's no coming back from that, and there's no reason to do that. So even my worst enemy or anybody who talks shit on me online, if they pass, I'm gonna say condolences, and I'm gonna pray for them and their family, and that's that. I'm not. You gotta be a cold mother effer to talk slick about somebody once they're dead. I don't get into that. Anybody that follows me know, no matter what issues I may have had or just what stories I covered about someone when they were here, if I'm gonna post about them passing, I'm gonna give them a proper send off as if like we do when we go to a funeral. When we go to a funeral, I don't care if the person in the casket was a complete piece of shit. You're not gonna say that at the funeral. You're gonna honor the dead, give them and try to talk about whatever positives you can pull out of their life and move on. That's just what we do. So, and I catch flack for that sometimes, but I don't care. I'm not talking shit about somebody when they're dead. I'll give an example of that. And I have plenty of examples. I'll probably give you 2 examples. Hulk Hogan. I covered every good or bad moment of Hulk Hogan, things that he did, whether he was behind Trump or he said some racist thing, whatever people said about Trump, about Hogan when he was alive, I covered it all and I held him accountable. But when he passed, what did I do? I gave him his fair condolences, talked about his impact in the wrestling community and the impact on me is me watching his wrestling as a kid. And that's just how I do it. Another example of that, Quincy Jones? I believe, was it Quincy Jones that passed? I think it was Quincy Jones that passed. And I've covered all the many little shady things that Quincy Jones could have or might not have or was involved in music and some of the gateway keeping things that Quincy Jones may have did or whatever, and rumors. I've covered all that. But once somebody's not here, I'm not dumping trash on them while they're dead. I'm just not gonna do it. I wasn't raised like that. My granny didn't believe in that. But you have people that are coming in comments like, he did this and he did like. There's a time and a place for that, y'all. Why do y'all want to kick? Y'all is some evil bastards to want to talk shit about somebody when they're dead. It's like that's a different level of evil. I would never tap into that. But anyway, the Rob Reiner situation, whether you're a fan or whether you're not a fan, it's just a sad situation all across the board. I am going to continue to dive in this in this case. It definitely, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. And we need to find out. Oh, another update to the community. Y'all remember last week? I think it was last week, and I think C Tuck may have mentioned it, and I covered it. You know, I try to keep y'all tapped in on what's going on in Cleveland too. You know, we are becoming a murder capital. Sadly enough. Angie said real quick, Trump could have easily said nothing, just like he does about the school shootings. Go ahead, Angie. And look, Angie standing 10 toes on Trump today. So look, y'all remember I said that you know, we've been having all these murders in Cleveland. And remember I told y'all this nightclub where somebody was shot and unalived in the nightclub, and I said that it's happening too much, and I was like, close it. It's called Medusa. If you remember, just think back to one of the past episodes when I said they need to just close Medusa. I call for this for Medusa to be closed down. It has just been too many unalivings that have happened at that club, and I'm just sick of it. Well, okay, Fire Glory says she remembered. Well, let me give you an update. I don't know if this is because we called for it, but Medusa is closing. So let's get some hand claps in the chat for that one. That news just came across in the last couple days. Medusa, a club in Cleveland where people have been getting murdered left and right. And for some reason, their doors remain on. And I told you, I had never spoken because I understand that stuff happens at clubs, and I understand that especially clubs. I don't try to, you know, just to be honest, you know, they do give people that look like me a harder time in Cleveland with clubs. So I never called for Medusa to be closed, even though they had some past incidents. I try to be fair because, you know, you are dealing with people are drunk. It's a lot of chaos, stuff happens. But enough was enough. Enough was a damn enough. And finally, they closed down the damn club. It deserves to be closed. Good riddance. Sorry if anybody, you know, at Medusa may feel a kind of way, feel mad because of my stance on it, but you just can't keep having. I mean, and it's inside the club, y'all. They are supposed to check everyone before you go into the club here in Cleveland. That's part of their of being in compliance with the liquor license and being in compliance here. You have to security check. How are these people getting unalived inside the club? That is why it's not like it's happening down the street or around the corner. People in this particular club called Medusa are being unalived inside the club. 21 years old, 22, 23 years old, babies. And I don't like it. And fortunately, they closed it. And I was happy to hear that. And it really made me think about y'all. I said, shit, I called for this club to be closed last week for the first time. It's not like I've said before. Like I said, I try to be fair, but that was just the last straw. When he got killed in the bathroom. I said again, how did he get it in there? How did he get it in there? But like I said, it is definitely closed. Any story anybody in the community want to bring to any story that we didn't talk about today that anybody in the community want to bring up and amplify? Let me know right now. Yeah, definitely sad. Lily said, is any place safe anymore? That's the question. Can we go out anymore? I'm telling y'all, I don't even like being out when it's dark no more. Unless I'm at familiar places where, for the most part, I know the owner and I know what type of crowd is going to be in there. But for the most part, and it get dark at like 5:36 right now. Once it's dark, my ass like to be in the house. I'm trying to stay alive. What that song say? Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. I'm trying to stay alive. Shit. Yeah, we talked about the Bondi Beach yesterday. That shit, that's a horrific story. It's just like Medusa. People at a lounge or whatever, and going to the lounge to enjoy family, enjoy good food. Next thing you know, they dead. Hey, Grandma Kathy said nowhere is safe and nothing good happens after 11 p.m. And the sad thing, Kathy, is we might have to lower that time to nothing good happens after 8 p.m. These criminals is getting they started to pop off early. Tabitha says, what happened to the girl that got murdered in DR? Y'all need to put me up to speed with that one. There was a who got unalived in DR? Angie said in our day, it was nothing good happens after 2 a.m. Yeah, that time is being moved up more and more and more and more. But what's going on with the girl who's unalived in DR? I haven't heard about that. What is that? I might have to look that story up and bring it to y'all. And maybe who asked about that? Tabitha, let's see. Tabitha, are you? Okay, you're not a member. I was gonna say I might talk about it tomorrow on members only. Yeah, Lisa, now it's 8 p.m. Yeah, you gotta be, it's getting early and early. You gotta get your ass in the house quick these days. It's just, man, I don't know what to say. Oh, I never got an update. I don't know if there's an update with that. I don't know. I don't know. Has there been an update on the Indian girl who was who was unalived or came up unalive in DR? I have to look into that, Tabitha, for sure. I gotta look into that. Yeah, street. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but when I was a kid, you had to be home when the street lights were on when you were a kid. Street lights on, get your ass in the house. Well, that ain't just for kids no more. That shit goes for adults. When them street lights come on, y'all better get your ass in the house. That rule does not just apply for kids no more. When the street light is on, get your behind in the house, man. It's not safe out here. People, the value of life has been has people don't value life anymore. They'll take you. They'll send 1,000 bullets at one person and don't care if they hit 1,000 other people just to try to get that one person. It is just sad. Angie says, I don't like leaving my house. It's cool here and all my shit is here. Hey, I agree. I agree. I am a home body. I am a home body to the umpty power. You're safe at home. And keep your protection at home. You can protect yourself at home. That's another thing. You at home, you got the upper hand. You got the upper hand at home, but when you just out, I'm telling y'all, let me tell you another thing. And maybe it's not as bad here, but when I was in Atlanta, when I used to go grocery shopping, it was so many wild things going on as far as like just people coming in and just blasting for no reason. I used to be in and out of that grocery store so fast. I don't like being in public places like that. I'm a little better with it now, but for a second, with all the shit that was going on, man, I would be in there flying around them aisles. I'll be speed walking so fast, you could feel my breeze when I came past. Cause I was like, let me get in and let me get out. I wouldn't be in the grocery store no longer than 5-10 minutes. Where back in the day, you just take your time, look at shit, you be comfortable. Be in the grocery store an hour. Eat grapes, eat as much free fruit as you could. Me and my dad used to tear the fruit. We used to eat so much fruit, we didn't need to even buy none. We just grocery shop, breeze past the fruit, grab a couple grapes, go do a little more shopping, go back, grab a few more grapes. By the time I got out of it, by the time we were done shopping, I ain't even have a taste for no fruit. So those days are over. We'd be in the grocery store for an hour or so. Now, well, I mean, it's I don't know, it's kind of chilled a little bit now. But when I was in Atlanta, it was so much public shooting going on and just crazy situations. You just didn't want to be in nowhere. I don't know if it's still like that. I've been gone from Atlanta for a while, but fuck Atlanta when it came to those public shootings. Grandma Kathy says, I don't leave the house. Everything I need comes to me. Hey, I'm with you on that, Grandma Kathy. Do you know when COVID happened? Before we get out of here, when COVID happened, everybody started ordering shit. Remember, we had to stay, we couldn't leave and all that, and everybody was ordering shit and all that. I tell people all the time, I was already living like that. I already just was, my home was home base, and I would order my groceries. When I was living in Cleveland during COVID, before COVID, I would order all my groceries. I would order my food. I would fucking order clothes. I would just let all the packages come to me. That way I didn't have to be out here running around with all these criminals and these fucking all the craziness going on. And so I was already living like that before COVID. Shit, I was like, when people was doing it, I'm like, oh, I've been doing this. I'm glad y'all doing it now. But anyway, we got another good show. Thank you for all the well wishes. Good luck to Cherie on her surgery with her sling. I'm sure she will give us an update as soon as she is ready. Tomorrow's members only. If you want to be a part of the Wednesday members only episode, which we do every Wednesday, click join on my YouTube channel, or if you're listening to this and you want the audio version of our members only weekly episode, please click the Buzzsprout link and become a subscriber. The donation starts at $3, but you can give whatever you can afford or whatever your heart desire. Another great episode, y'all. Let's get the Amos in the chat. Rachel says, I'm out, family. Love y'all down. See y'all tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow, Rachel. Desi says, bye, Ray. Lily says, love you, sis. Elise says, I'm out, guys. Have a great day. Island Girl says, have a great day. Lily says, everyone, please be safe out there. Love to you all. And I'm out. Desi says, stay safe. Peace to you all. And I'm out. And back to bed. Ain't that the best, Desi? Desi gets to catch the show and hop right back in that bed. And the rest of y'all, if you missed the first half of the show, it was amazing. I need everybody on the replay. And I appreciate everybody that goes in the comments replay game to let me know who all came back and watched it throughout the day. So if you watch this later or whenever you watch the rest of this show on your own time, please drop down in the comments and say replay gang. I love to hear it. And as always, 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 I love y'all. But I'm